right, good morning, good morning. How we doing there, Cameroon?
Pretty good. And good morning, Ada. Good morning, Drew. If our audio is off, please let us know.
Yes, we apparently had weak audio on the
last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday with Cameron in studio. So yeah, let us know if it's too quiet for you. And I'm pulling up the article now. This is the wrong article.
Already starting off on the wrong foot.
Yep. No, this is the right thread. Here's the article. So, well, okay, before I do that, let me just preface. Okay, good morning. It's Friday. We're doing Firearms Friday. Normally we try to have a DRT for Firearms Friday, and I do have a DRT, but it's a second story and basically just no, I take it back. I'm not doing a DRT today because I've got two stories that are defensive gun use stories where even though there's not the much hoped DRT, Drew says I'm perfect, but Cameron needs to be turned up. Well, there's only one microphone, so use your big boy voice.
That's the only voice I have.
Apparently not. So anywho, so basically we're doing two shows this morning. We're going to do this Firearms Friday segment. We're going to keep it a little bit on the short side, and then we're going to cut here and go live. We'll be right here, but we're going to go live on a second show so that they air as two separate segments and do the debate analysis. So without further ado, let's hop into this. Exclusive owner of iconic San Francisco Chinatown business jumps in to protect tourists after brazen daytime attack. Surveillance video, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to do this one in particular, is because we've got this video of the incident here. So apparently, oh, you sons of bitches. You're flipping ad. Okay, well, while we ignore the ad, the story is that the owner of a popular Chinese business is being hailed by his colleagues after jumping in to stop an assault of a tourist from escalating. So you see here, you've got the one guy pushes the other guy, the guy in the black hoodie pushes this guy, and then boom, the shop owner walks out. No, son, you got to roll.
It's time to GTFO.
You're done. So the incident happened Saturday afternoon outside Chinatown's iconic Golden Gate fortune cookie factory. I suddenly want to look up this Golden Gate fortune cookie factory and just order like a
case of fortune cookies.
This is hilarious.
I mean, I'm responding to the comments. I don't know how long I can sit like this, but
okay. I'll show you how this is done.
That doesn't help me.
Oh. Yeah, this isn't working for me.
Yeah, and this isn't working for me either.
Love the drafting stool, but so get him a phone book. I love it. Owner of iconic Golden Gate factory jumps in and flashes his concealed carry weapon to protect a tourist who was attacked by the man in the black sweatshirt. Yeah. So there's some nuance there that I just don't have the time or the patience to get to because I'm excited to get to the debate stuff in just a minute. The guy just pushed real quick. He did the first push real hard, says Kevin Chan, co-owner of the business that's been in operation since 1962. That's a lot of incorrect winning lottery numbers. Kevin recounted the turn of events. The guy asked the black guy, "Why did you push me?" The black guy said, "Because you stared at me 2 blocks away." Okay, so dick move. But I mean, you got this great video of the incident. Just no, you. It's hitting me with the ad again. Shit right up your noses. Anyway, there. Great video of the incident. So okay, and this actually starts a little earlier in the incident. You can see the guy's just kind of like
he's trying to walk
blocking
away.
his way, and yeah, the tourist is clearly trying to get away from the guy, And then he just rams him. And Kevin says, "Negative, homeboy. You need to take a walk."
Thanks, Drew, for the advice, but he's not fading in and out. He's facing away from the microphone and back toward the microphone.
Yeah, the microphone is there. The article is over there. It's a big machine. So, yeah, the audio is quite frankly much better when it's just me at the desk because the microphone's right here, but we're trying to get the both of us on it. And I just haven't bought a bigger microphone to accommodate having two speakers in the room. Plus, this one kind of hides Cameron's poor little face. So, so let's get to the second one. The second one is also good. Again, not a DRT, but I love stories like this. Veteran holds home invasion suspect at gunpoint until troopers arrive. Now, that when you hear about a citizen's arrest, this is the idea. This is what you're talking about with citizen's arrest. You've got an armed citizen, and not even necessarily armed, but preferably armed. An armed citizen who what's wrong?
I'm just looking.
Okay.
I'm not normally here.
Oh, yeah. There's stuff everywhere.
Yes.
But an armed citizen holding a criminal at gunpoint and awaiting the arrival of the police. Right? Now, certainly that can go wrong. If, for example, you're a clear felon and an armed citizen draws his weapon and says, "Stay there and wait for the police," and then, I don't know, you put your hands on the weapon and attempt to take it away from the armed citizen. The law in most states is pretty clear on this. Prior to law, you have the authority to conduct a citizen's arrest as a U.S. citizen. And then the law incorporates an expectation that given the reasonable suspicion of the commission of a felony, you are protected from the activities which might follow, for example, necessary lethal self-defense action, by the law, assuming the veracity and validity of the citizen's arrest. So, but in this case, the veteran was starved of his combat zone methadone. But the 72-year-old homeowner, a Vietnam veteran, was on the phone with 911 as the suspect allegedly broke a window to get into his home in the Poconos. Paradise Township, a man is accused of breaking into a home in the Poconos, but he found out very quickly that he picked the wrong homeowner to mess with. State police in Stroudsburg said the intruder was under the influence of drugs when he broke into the home in Paradise Township around 4:45 in the afternoon. And 4:45 in the afternoon on a Sunday. Y'all, at just before dinner time on a Sunday, people with guns are home.
In fact, odds are they're home and they're about to enjoy a meal with other people that own guns.
Yeah. Yeah, like, for example, this house right here, not the place you want to be wrong at dinner time. So I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. Anyway, Michael Snyder was sitting in his chair in his living room when he saw a man outside and opened the door to talk to him. He didn't make a lot of sense, he said. "Would you please call the police? Please call the police. They're going to kill me." So I said, "Okay," Snyder said. State police said Quessy Sherritt, 38 of the Bronx, New York, was worried a gang was after him. Snyder had him wait outside on the front steps as he called 911. I called the state police, called 911, and I'm talking to them. I'm in the garage, and I hear this crash in the house. Snyder said Skerritt crashed through a window into his home. The man didn't get any farther than that. I had the pistol cocked and ready, and he was standing there in the kitchen. Skerritt was held at gunpoint by the 72-year-old Vietnam vet for 10 minutes until state police arrived. When I come under fire, how will I react? Will it scare me to death? Will I be able to react? But yes, experience helps. I was so happy yesterday I didn't have to pull the trigger. I do not want to do that, Snyder said. And apparently Skerritt has been remanded to custody, charged with criminal trespass, simple assault, criminal mischief, taken to Monroe County Correctional Facility on $100,000 bail. We joke about it on this channel every now and then because I haven't been in an active war zone in a decade, and I do miss. There are parts of that I do really miss, and I do have a fondness for ending bad guys.
Oh, you mean it's fun to hurt bad people?
It's fun to hurt bad people. It's addictive, in fact. But that doesn't mean that I just want to go around killing people or that I want to take a life unnecessarily. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. This is a positive and desirable outcome from a bad situation, a dangerous and bad situation, which is an outcome that you're only likely to have when experience is coupled with a cool head and clear thinking, which
and
is
firearms.
Yes, which is in fact, and yeah, this could have very easily gone an entirely different direction and ended up with a dead 72-year-old homeowner if it had not been for the equalizing authority of the firearm that he held. Now, and that's one of the biggest reasons that we do this segment once a week is to talk about the importance of defending yourself responsibly and reasonably. And also to talk about the importance of voting against people like Joe Biden and your AOCs and your betas. Anybody who mentions a law that references guns should not be considered eligible to hold office because they are incapable of taking the oath of office in good faith. As soon as you raise your hand and say, I swear to uphold and defend the Constitution, and then you use language that mentions guns in connection with legislation, and I'm crafting that sentence very carefully. If the word gun and legislation are in the same sentence, you have violated your oath of office. Period. Shall not infringe. To infringe. To place a thing around. There will be no rules, regulations, laws that are adjacent to the idea of armament by the citizen.
Yeah, and this point's been made many, many times. You see a lot of times leftists will say, oh, well, they didn't have anything like the Tommy gun when they wrote the Second Amendment. Well, no, but they had cannons.
Puckle gun.
Yeah,
cannons.
They had cannons that they could load up with grape shot. And I'm telling you, buddy,
Gatling gun.
you don't want the grape shot. You don't want the grape shot.
Want the grape shot. They had 9-barrel rifles.
Yes.
You shot him 9 times? Nope.
Oh, just once.
Just the once.
I just hit him 9 times.
With a 9-barreled rifle.
Then you've got to have somebody put your shoulder back in the socket.
You know, related to the 9-barrel rifle, probably the sexiest machine on the planet is the anti-aircraft gun that is, it's a chair with 4 50 caliber Maudus machine guns mounted to it and synchronized into a cyclical firing rate. So it's I want to see him put a Mark 19 on that platform. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut here and go live on the next show so that we have the Firearms Friday and the debate analysis on 2 separate segments. We'll see you guys over there in just a minute.